Once upon a time in Smethwick.
So, we will call this guy, what should we call him? Fuck it, let's call him Danny. But it wasn't me. Yeah, it's got nothing to do with me, this. So, there's a guy named Danny, yeah? And he's been having problems with his stomach for a long time. He's been having pain, quite a lot of pain in his stomach. Been wondering what's going on. It's quite a crippling pain. So he goes to the doctors. Doctor examines him, yeah? And he says, you know something, I think it could be a problem with your gallbladder. So he sends him to the hospital to have a consultation with a surgeon. The surgeon does a few scans and says, yes, I believe it may be your gallbladder, so I'll book you in for surgery. The guy's like, fine. Danny's like, no problem. Goes home, everything's fine, not a problem. Now, Danny is a very well-respected man in the community. He's a big guy, and he's one of them dependable guys. You know, one of them guys that's always on a level. He's always dependable. You always know what mood he's in. He's got a strong, honest character, and he's loved by the community. Also loved by his family. Really good dad. Really good family man. Basically, the pillar of the community kind of guy. He's a really good man. But he's got these problems. So he's been and seen the surgeon, and the surgeon has said, no problem, we'll book you in next week. We'll do exploratory. We'll do some exploring, surgery-wise. I can't say the word. Do you know what I mean, right? And we'll go in, we'll take your gallbladder out, and we'll see what the problem is. He's like, yeah, no problem. So he goes to the hospital, says his wife goes with him. She gives him a cuddle. He's had surgery before. He's not worried. He's not bothered. He knows he's just going to go to sleep. He'll wake up. He'll be told what the problem is, or it'll be fixed. So, he's in the hospital. He gets put on the bed. He gets taken into the operating room. When he's in the operating room, he's been there before, normal procedure. The anaesthetist is over the other side of the room, the person who's going to put him to sleep. You've got the surgeon over here, some of the nurses. As he's laying there, he strikes up a conversation with one of the nurses. And as the nurse is talking to him, the anaesthetist comes over and starts administering one of two drugs. Now, when you get put to sleep, you are administered two drugs. One of them is to paralyse the body, and one of them is to actually knock you out. Yeah? So the anaesthetist puts the drugs into his arm, the nurse looks at him and says, right, count back from 10. Now, he knows from previous experience that he's not going to get back from 10. He knows this. Usually you make it to about 4, 5 if you're lucky. So he starts counting back, making a mental note of how many seconds have gone by. Now, he gets to 10 seconds and he's still not asleep. Now, as all this is going on, the nurse is putting tape over his eyes. He's laid there, he's counting to 20, 30, 40. He's getting a bit worried now. He's not actually gone to sleep, but his body has stopped moving. It is paralysed. He can hear noises in the room. His eyes are taped shut. Now, when you get given this paralysing agent, every part of your body is paralysed, even your vocal cords. The only thing that you can move is your eyes. His eyes have been taped shut. He can hear the nurse talking to the doctor. He can hear the doctor picking up metallic tools. Think of the fear this man must have felt. Because he's paralysed, but he's not asleep. Now, when you have this paralysing agent, right, there's no pain relief. So whatever happens to you, you're going to feel all of it. Yeah? All he hears is, nurse, scalpel. The surgeon starts cutting at his stomach. He can feel everything. The pain is shooting through him. Every nerve ending is on fire. He starts rapidly moving his eyes. The only thing he can do, the only kind of control he's got over this situation is to rapidly move his eyes. Hopefully somebody will see. Nobody does. They're taped up. The surgeon keeps cutting, until he makes a good-sized hole in his stomach. Then, all he hears is clamps. Now, these clamps are designed to clamp your skin to your body, to expose the hole, to make the hole bigger, yeah? He clamps his skin to his body. All the while, Danny can feel every single thing. He wants to die. To be honest, he wants to die at this point. He don't want to live no more. The pain this man is going through is unreal, yeah? Then, forceps. Puts the forceps in to dislodge the gallbladder. To do this, he's got to go through the bowel wall, move the bowels aside, get right to the gallbladder and dislodge the fucking gallbladder. Now, this bloke is feeling every single fucking pain that is going through him right now is unreal. It would feel probably, I would imagine, like somebody is sticking hot coals inside your fucking stomach. He's screaming out in pain. His brain, every fucking sense that he's got wants him, he just wants to die. He can't take it no more. The pain is too much. He's been flicking his eyes from left to right for about 14 minutes. He has actually loosened, right, the straps over his eyes. As the gallbladder was loosened, the nurse happened to look up and look at his face, and she saw that he was awake. Stop, 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 he's awake, he's awake. The anaesthetist runs over, starts pumping him full of painkillers. As he's pumping him full of painkillers, he falls back asleep. And the anaesthetist has a clear vision of when the operation started, he'd only give him one of the two drugs, the paralysing agent. So whatever happened in that room, there was discussion between all the surgeons and the nurses, and they gave him one more drug. That drug was an amnesia drug. Made him forget that 16 minutes of surgery that he had endured, but it had imprinted itself onto his psyche. So he went home with his family. Don't forget, a lovely family man, brilliant man, pillar of the community, a stone, a rock for his family. He sat there with his wife on the first day out of hospital, and he's watching a film. And all of a sudden, he just sits up, looks at something in front of him, and starts screaming at the top of his voice. There's something there in the room that is frightening him so much, it shocked him to the point that he can't move. His wife looks, follows his eyes. There's nothing there. She's like, what is going on? So she's like, Danny, what's the matter? Come back to me. All she can do is put her hands on his face and beg her husband to come back. After a certain while, he does. He comes back into himself. He doesn't really know what's going on. What is going on is he's reliving those 16 minutes of surgery because it's imprinted itself on his brain. The poor man goes through this for 2 weeks and then kills himself.
The end.